It's time to match values with your customers. This used to be an environment where we weren't supposed to talk very much about the things we believed in and our values and our views. And it was sort of like, when you went out to a business dinner, the two things you never talked about were religion and politics, right? Well, now those two things, maybe you do or don't talk about them, but you match your values. Give you an example. It's all over the news at current. Nike, Colin Kaepernick, because he's protesting police brutality, not military, but police brutality and racial inequality. Nike has stood beside this and said, we're going to support this. We're going to support this campaign. We think we should support people who think that police brutality is bad and that racial equality is important, right? It's interesting to see who's protesting this, because I think what they're holding on to is they're thinking this person is anti-America, or this person is or maybe they don't like the way he's protesting or whatever. But that's not what's going on. And to see Nike kind of push their chips in on it is interesting. But there's so many ways to do this. You don't have to go that way if you don't want. Adidas did it a whole other way. Adidas made sneakers that were made out of ocean plastics, reclaimed trash plastics that are all over the ocean. I don't know if you know this, but the ocean is filling up with all kinds of junk, and it is going to be not okay for fish to swim in, and it's going to be a big problem environmentally. And when I say going to be, it is now, it's going to be even worse. And so some companies like Adidas are doing this. So they've made 2 million pairs of shoes out of ocean plastic shoes. So that's kind of cool too, because if you have an environmental interest, you can go with that. If you have a social justice and equality kind of interest, then you can go with Nike. You can pick none of them. And by the way, which shoe you buy is just a matter of which shoe you buy. But remember that what this is really saying is, how do your company's values align with the people that you most want to serve? I'm not saying go do this because this puts you in the right group or anything like that. I'm saying do the thing that you believe matches your beliefs and the kinds of people that you most want to serve. And then you're going to run into those kinds of people because they're going to resonate with your message. Just as some people decided that's it, they're leaving, they're banning Nike and they're burning their Nike shoes and whatever, which is shenanigans. There's other people who are stepping in and who are investing. I put money in Nike stock. I already pay to certain charities that support social equality issues, and specifically to that. So I think what's interesting to point out is that, is this the time where we should be voicing our opinions? Is this the time where we shouldn't be staying quiet about social challenges, big issues that are out there, big giant culture issues? According to studies, I'm finding that millennials 70+% of the time work at and support and pay money to those companies that they feel better align with their visions and values. I'm Generation X. I think that that's true of my generation as well, but maybe not as much. And I think it kind of changes depending on, groups and whatnot. I don't think it's necessarily an age thing, but it's one of those numbers that's showing that there's sort of an upwards trend in the stats for if you are the kind of person who supports, that you want your company to be in alignment. And the number is something like 78% of people, not millennials, 78% of people want their companies to be in alignment with their views and values. So is it time to start sharing your views and values in your business? Yes. But you better have that really well thought out, and it better not be phoning it in.